My, my. I've seen many things make their way through this neck of the woods, but not one of your ilk. Not for a long, long time. Oh, goodness me, you are adorable with that little sword and what is that? Some sort of stubby wand. Your mechanical magic never made much sense with me, but I suppose that's what makes you uniquely different, isn't it? I suppose I should reveal myself to stop that little heart of yours fluttering out of your chest, and so I can get a good look at you. Your scent is twisted, edged with a bitterness, and I am nothing if not ever curious at those who stomp through my grounds. Well, look at you. What a charming little creature you are. Black iron. Not a wand, then. Could you put whatever that thing is away? Not the sword, but you can put that away too. It won't help you here. The other thing. Yes, that. Put it away. It reeks, and I would rather you didn't get hurt. What? You didn't think you were going to take me down, did you? Me, a great worm. Oh, you are a confident one, aren't you? I've missed your kind's uniquely human, can-do perspective. It's a breath of fresh air against the stuffy forest parliaments I consort with, but they at least know their place. I always forget how small you are, a fact I forever delight in. I suppose you're normal size for you, but you're all small to me. I could just crush you. And, pray tell, what is that you're wearing? Some rough and ready clothes with a hump. How charming. Ah, a backpack. What a simple name. Did you make that? It is quaint that you have them. I bet it's full of all your supplies too, isn't it? Oh, someone else made it for you? Goodness, you must be a seigneur or some such, to have the artisanship gifted to you. Tell me, do you own land, little lady? Listen to me, owning land. It's so funny to me that your kind claims that sort of thing, when it is so clearly not yours to take. Just another thing that makes you so precocious. A hunter, And tell me, little hunter, what is it you're on the prowl for? I can't imagine you'll find much game with me around, I'm afraid. I suppose I should apologize then. I tend to scare off a lot of things despite my diet mainly being the canopy I so frequent. Maybe it's my size. Maybe it's my claws. Not a hunter of game then, I see. Does that mean I'm on the menu then? I am a one. But I would point that little black pistol elsewhere. It'll sting, don't get me wrong, and I'll have a bit of a grouch and a grumble, maybe even hold a teeny tiny grudge. But I'll get over it, and maybe I'll have a rather dashing scar across my scales. But you, oh, the marks I'll leave on you will be quite permanent, and that's even if I let you go. I said I mainly eat the canopy, not that I only eat the canopy. I'm glad we can both see some sense. And since you were so agreeable, I'll let you keep that foul little black powder wand of yours. Just don't go waving it around. So, tell me, what is it that brings you to these woods? Your kind has not tainted this place with your black iron for generations. So why now? You silly little thing. That's what I like about you humans. Your flicker lives spur you into acts of profound stupidity. Of course, by all means, shave off a few days of travel by finding a shortcut through the deep woods. But I suppose you had not counted on running into anything too deadly. Or had you? Your weapons are sharp, and you could take a few creatures down a peg or two. But not me. You know, I take magnificent pleasure in your confusion. Now that I can see, you bear the same heraldry as your ancestor hunters. Tell me, did they ever have an entry in those big books for me? Some of your bestiaries have the most wonderful renditions. Oh, and I tried so hard to ensure an accurate account of my majesty. Little hunter, my omission from whatever archives you maintain is quite deliberate. Those who came before were of a particularly prickly disposition, and I didn't want to draw too much attention to myself. Your ancestors even had the gall to fire bolts at me from such ugly ballista, which did terrible things for their constitution. They missed, and I was peckish. Though I am less concerned now, if only because humans have more than me to contend with, and I choose not to concern myself with affairs beyond my home. So go ahead, write of me in your books, and be sure to catch my good side. You do well to hide your fear, hunter, but you cannot hide your ignorance from me. Admirably bold of you to even try, though. What is it they teach you in your hunting lodges, I wonder? Are they so afraid of your empire's bloody history that they buy you with tales of valor and glory? Need I remind you that I stand as testament to your ignoble failure to purge the wilds from these lands? Oh, you have the right of it in a heavily modified and corruptive fashion. That city you claim to come from, Ironshale, has not stood for 1,000 years, nor was it built by your ancestors. It stands upon the ruins of another city, and I would know. I was there when your kind etched your mark into the foundations, having claimed it with sword and matchlock, back when I was just a mere hatchling. If I was a wagering Wyrm, I'd bet that is a closely guarded secret. I do not mark you out as a liar, so either you are ignorant or have been lied to, and I am not sure which is better. I imagine you know nothing of the ongoing raids conducted in the name of your king in the west, either. Not even an inkling. Interesting. They don't tell you much, do they? Then perhaps I have judged you too harshly, or you have played me for a fool. Either is a possibility, but it makes no difference, as I can always crush you and be done with it. I should swiftly add that I have no plans to do so. I've not been given a reason to. Speaking of, you have told me where you're going, but not why. Consider my interest piqued. Spare me your secrecy. Have I not already uncovered enough mysteries in your own camp? You'll be chasing dead ends for the next 15 years and no mistake. You're concerned about my consorting with the forest fae, aren't you? The fae seek my advice on municipal interests, nothing more. As one of the remaining great Wyrms, I am a living embodiment of history. It is more traditional appointment than stately allegiance. The feasts they hold are known to last for days, would you believe? But for you to withhold something from me on that basis would suggest that you're an enemy of the forest, wouldn't it? You're not an enemy of the forest, are you? I may not be of the Fae, little hunter, but I do enjoy some of the games they play. You've nothing to fear from me, mostly. You know, I would offer my services to your crown if they were so interested, but that would involve them opening the gates to me, and I believe with my size I'd be just as likely to put my claws through a building or 5 as I travelled through the streets. No, that wouldn't do at all. I'd rather not be known as a destroyer, capable of it as I am. I suppose they'd have to come here, to the forest's edge, so that they could listen to my wise words. This, however, is equally unlikely, as hundreds of troops, the entourage, the pomp and circumstance would likely draw the ire of the forest kingdoms. Something small, something intimate would suffice. A 1-to-1 for a price. Of course for a price. Why would I ever sell my advice for free? The banquets the Fae hold are always in my honor. I would expect something similar from the human kingdoms, something fitting for my grandness. I have no need for gold, only a hearty meal and another occasion to recount my embellished exploits. Perhaps I could start with an entree of 5 cows. I do ever so love your beef. Oh well, it was worth trying to get a free lunch. Perhaps I'll have more luck with the next errant human who wanders into my path. Here, I've just had an idea. Well, it's been so long since I've had a little human to talk to, and I'd oh so love to find out everything I've missed in that equally little kingdom of yours. Why don't I hurry your journey along in exchange for the small princely fee of humoring my curiosity? I could just pick you up, clutch you close against my hide, and take you to all the interesting places around here before dropping you off neat as you please. It'd be fun. You'd have so many fun things to tell your hunters club. Isn't that exciting? Oh, I see that little glint of adventure in your eye. Don't deny it. You say no, but I'm hearing yes. Look at you, stumbling over your words with pink in your cheeks. You're positively adorable. The tough hunter's gone to mush at the very idea of being whisked away. Don't worry, little hunter. I won't take you if you're going to fight me on it. I might be able to crush a house, but I am nothing if not decorous at all times. Then it is settled. I hope you have all your straps tightened up and your pockets buttoned down, because we don't stop until we get there. No need for silly little questions like where we're going. You'll find out when we arrive, and you won't be disappointed. Now, let's be off, and perhaps you can humor me as we take flight.